Hello and welcome to this video introduction dedicated to OML. I'm Eric at globules-io. I'll be your host. I don't have a lot of time in my busy schedule to produce these videos, and I do not have a great video setup, so bear with me please. And I apologize in advance for the accent and butchering some of the words as I'm French speaking. That being said, let's get to it. So what is OML and why do we need it today? First of all, OML stands for Object Markup Language, and it is a JSON-based markup language, and it is a new way to build mobile, web, and desktop applications. It is not a framework per se, but more of a file format that helps you architect applications while keeping you as much as possible at product level. So I've been building applications for more than 20 years, and I've seen technologies and framework come and go. But at the end of the day, we're still pretty much doing the exact same thing. It hasn't changed much in the sense that we pull data from a database and display it and maybe manipulate it and save it again. But the tools that we use aren't really getting closer to a product. They offer most of the time some architecture guidelines and tools to help programmers build applications, but they keep you at a low programming level and not really take you to product level. So let me explain. No matter the type of application or the framework used to build them, we'll pretty much reuse and reprogram the exact same things, such as routing between screens, carousels, lists, pop-ups, calendar, and so on, because there's only so many ways to display and manipulate information. So here at Globules, we think it's about time that we all stop being at this programming level when we all sort of reprogram the same things over and over again, each in our respective corners, and move up to a product level where we can keep, I would say, the conversation about these very common controls. Now there's also many other aspects of modern application that we need to handle today with our respective applications, such as multiple screen sizes, multiple user grades, which is not really handled well in modern frameworks and tools. And this feature has become sort of a common core of building application in today's age. So we've been thinking real hard about how to streamline the production of digital products, all the while dealing with these requirements and common controls and stop reinventing the wheel. Moreover, when we speak about building products, and before we get to the programming part, there's also a lot of information that would be lost or would have to be retranslated, such as wireframing, but I'll get to this later. So we've worked to put all of this information, multiple screen sizes, user grades, widgets, and control into a single file that can be rendered with a rendering engine. If you've been following me on social media, you've probably heard of Ogx.js. If not, let me get you up to speed with it. Ogx.js is the first rendering engine for OML. Yes, it is a programmatic framework, as we still have to program our business logic. But it helps you build entire interfaces, put your UX, enable dealing with some of the data, with these common modules that we talked about, the calendars, list, etc. So the big idea behind OML is that I believe in 2021 that we can stop redoing over and over again the exact same thing and move to a product level, and worry less about reprogramming all the common widgets and modules, and in essence get to speak about products like we would as a product manager, meaning in this screen we're going to have this type of control, this type of modules, this type of widgets. If I click here, maybe there's a pop-up that asks me to confirm, and then maybe there's a sliding panel that's going to show me some information. All of these things that constitute a modern application. Now, the other aspect of building application that can benefit from having a single file format, such as wireframing and prototyping. Right now, we haven't built any wireframing or prototyping tools for OML, We're sort of keeping this open maybe for other companies to join in and get involved with OML. But we might do it down the line. We might as well build these tools. We'll see how it goes. And the last aspect that's more looking into the future is about AI. If we have a single file format that we can stuff all of this information we've talked about, it would be actually a lot easier to train an AI around a single file format instead of teaching it entire programming languages. So for you, this is a very new thing, but for us, it's been in the making for roughly 7 years. We needed to have a lot of use cases to really identify what constitute the common core of application and what can be streamlined. And so we've built more than 24 applications with it. And now we believe we've reached a level when OML is fully usable in production. Now let's talk about briefly how OML looks like, and there will be more videos about the subject. And this is a rather quick overview. So OML is basically a tree of information written in JSON. And here you can see on your screen the format of a OML node. So the way it works is that the first part of the node is the name or the location of the node, followed by a column, and then the type of module or object. So it could be anything from a list, a calendar, an HTML page. It can be any type of thing, a template. And then you can pass additional data, here represented as the curly brackets, the double curly brackets. And then you can have subsequent nodes designed in the node semicolon OML. And so this tree of information can go on as long as you want. And the point of all of this is to be able to write application in terms of modules, object, pages, but without getting down to programming any of the modules and the widget and etc., etc. And the important notion of OML is that it could be language agnostic. So we have Ogx.js, which is a rendering engine for OML in JavaScript, but any other programming languages could actually leverage the power of OML to render, to build and render application with any language, basically. Any language that can read JSON could be able to be a rendering engine for OML. So if you're interested by this project and would like to know more, you know the drill, please like, follow. We'll be hopefully making more videos on the subject and also more videos about Ogx.js. If you also want to sponsor this project, I'm looking at you, tech giants, get in touch and help us build the future standard of building applications. Thank you.